Hello, welcome back to Tifosi Time, the weekly Serie A podcast that gives you a chance to join the discussion, share your passions on the top teams in Italy, latest transfer news, and all things calcio. In this episode, we're going to take a look back at match day 21 and, of course, look ahead to match day 22. But before we get into that, a quick reminder, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you know when we go live. So you can join the fun live with us. And if you do, make sure you comment and subscribe so we can give you a shout out, thank you in person. Also, if at any point you feel like we deserve it, hit the like button, or maybe if you just feel extra generous or charitable, hit it anyway. It helps the channel. But these are my co-hosts, Chris, Stan, and we're joined this week by Parolo as our fourth host. Let's get into it, guys. Let's start off with
I was going to say, who cares about all that other stuff? We got Parola here. Let's get it.
Parola, say hi.
Hi, guys.
Love it.
Yeah, let's go into Juventus Rome. That was the game that was most anticipated by us, right? 2-0. 2-0. We got a flip flop in the standings because this results. So I'm gonna let Parola do the honors and talk first. His thoughts about the game. What did he see? What did he like? What he didn't like? All that stuff. So kick us off.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Well, they say Juventus one, play like the old style, Allegri style, and they glorify almost Roma, like they play better than us. But as far as I know, I don't see not shot on goal from Roma. Not saved from the goal. So what's that supremacy that they have? We had the 3-4 occasion better than them. So I think we're better, beautiful defense. They could not get in to shot on goal. So I don't see why they criticize us.
Would you say Juventus had a good game?
Better than Roma.
Okay, but would you say they had a good game?
No, not beautiful like other game, but I think the Roma didn't do nothing to play better, to beat us, to play better than us.
No, I agree completely. I don't think either team played well.
But the matter of fact is, it's the guy Juventus scored twice. Roma didn't score at all, and the newspaper, they say the next day they say Roma played beautiful game, possession, ball. I didn't see no shot and goal.
No, I agree with you. I think Rome didn't do anything special at all. They didn't create any chances. It was in the sense that it was an old style game. I'll just say Juventus was, I think, well organized in the defense, and we were able to keep the 0, right? But Rome didn't create any chances. I don't think either team played that good. And to your point, we played better, right? We got the win. We scored the 2 goals. So in a game with 2 big teams, I mean, that's what you want to do, is get the result. It wasn't pretty, but Rome didn't play great either. It wasn't like they did anything special at all. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think Roma really missed Pellegrini, with his suspension. That was a big loss for him because he's probably their most creative player. You put Cristante there, and he plays defense. They use him like Juventus uses Bernardeschi. They put him all over the place. He's not really good at anything, but they throw him everywhere. So I think that was Roma's biggest, missing was Pellegrini. I don't think Roma looked dangerous at all during the game. It was not a good effort for them. They showed up the way they always show up versus the big teams. They don't really play well versus big teams.
And I think Parolo's right. Did they even have did Szczesny make a save that I can remember? Like, did he make one? I don't remember one.
They had 3 shots on goal, but there was nothing crazy. There was nothing, no good saves.
You know the difference between Roma and Juventus? And producer Dom's going to hate this, but Juventus has Ronaldo. And as much as you hate him, that finish was beautiful. Makes it look so easy. And it was a great shot, and he played well this game.
Yeah, his technique it makes it so quick for him to get shots off, and it was impossible for the goalie to save that because he just got the shot off so quickly.
To me, the bigger takeaway was look at the difference of Bonucci when he has Chiellini next to him.
Yeah,
that to me is the biggest difference to the whole defense, right? Like, it's just so much more solid when you have Chiellini there, even at his age.
should be Chiellini and De Ligt.
Yeah, but you know what? They just the news people they say like with Chiellini with to play bass, or low on the too much behind. All right. While when we play with when I mean we talk about the Pirlo's game, he wants us to play in the middle. You know what I mean? Like to push the other team in their side.
Yeah, he wants to press it.
With Bonucci, Bonucci still is not a defender. You know what I mean? If you play low, Bonucci is not good in the air, or he's a good defender.
Yeah, but I think they're doing that also because Chiellini and Bonucci aren't fast, so they have to play a little further back so they don't get beat over the top. So
to choose play low or high. You know what I mean? Now,
Yeah, but I think playing low or high too doesn't just go because of Chiellini. I think it goes how the midfield plays, how the team plays as a whole, right? Rome didn't let us take over the field.
I think if Pirlo decided to play low, right? He understand that Chiellini is not that fast, although he's played good game. Now we have a problem. The idea for me would be delete Chiellini, like for everybody, right? But whoever delete that is tended to play up, low, No, so in that case, Chiellini should organize the defense. I don't think Chiellini know how.
Yeah, but you know what? So here's the thing though. None of our defenders are that fast, right? Like if you really look at
the middle, doesn't matter if they are fast, no?
They're a little bit faster than Chiellini and Bonucci, but they're not. Yeah, but they're not. They're not burners, right?
I'll tell you one thing: if tomorrow on the Coppa Italia we play the middle, you don't see us to play us low.
Well,
defense.
That is going to happen, I think, because Bonucci's hurt. So
no, am I not gonna play like we play with the Roma? You know what I mean. Low.
Yeah, but here's where I think Chiellini. This is where I think sometimes it's a little bit. Some of the intangibles where sometimes the newspaper or the fans don't not acknowledge it, right? Like what Chiellini makes up for his lack of speed, he makes up for in reading the game, positioning, knowing when to anticipate the guy versus holding him off, right? Like he doesn't, and all that stuff allows the rest of the team to get set.
Yeah,
and I think that,
as you know, if we play with the outside a little bit up, Guadrado and Sandro, you have to bring the central, the stopper, up too. You cannot say, and that's the question. And tomorrow, that's why I see, as I say, delete Chiellini will be the best, right? But I think about this thing, I like even delete the mirror because I know we're not going to play like we play Roma with Inter.
No, it's going to be a completely different
game. I think
game.
we'll try to take them back because if you play Roma, Inter's going to win.
Well, also they have a lead in the two legs, so they're going to play differently than the game this weekend. We have a comment in the chat from Brian Woods. He says, in his opinion, Chiellini surprised me. He played a lot better than expected considering his long absence. I'm not surprised by Chiellini. I feel like he steps in when he steps in and he's healthy. You know what you're going to get out of him.
Well, but he was.
Chiellini is great. The question is to be equilibrated. The team to play the same game. I mean, to go up one all together.
I think it's good that Pirlo has options with the defense. You can play different styles against different opponents. It can only help,
But let me ask a question to all of you guys, right? So I see what we were saying, all right? Like with the speed, maybe they're not pushing up the line as much as they would maybe with different pair of central defenders. But would you rather have a pairing with Chiellini in it that is more likely not to give up a goal, right? Or would you rather have a pairing that's going to push up and maybe you have to win 3-2 or 2-1 because we always give up goals? And that's what I saw from the pairings without Chiellini. We always give up goals. And since he came back, we stopped giving up goals.
And if you look, they have 6 shutouts this season. 4 of them are when Chiellini starts. So
exactly. That's not a coincidence.
No, I'd rather if Chiellini's healthy and you need one game, if he's playing one game, one strong game, you're picking Chiellini. At all 4 defenders, he's the first one you're picking.
He's a leader. People listen to him.
He's play low. Play low. But if you play low, you know what they say when team attack, sooner or later the goal he come.
Yeah, but listen, high low, it doesn't matter high low. They don't let up goals, so you can play however they want. But they don't let up goals.
But I also think we're playing low, not just because of Chiellini. It also has to do with the midfield, right? If the midfield can't get supremacy, of course the other team's going to attack us more. If our midfield can get the ball and can possess it, we can go forward more. And Chiellini will join us. I think that has to do more than just Chiellini being on the field.
I
think
about the Roma. I was surprised one thing why Pirlo. It's the way to see the game. Why Pirlo didn't put on the left side, McKennie, on the right side, McKennie, since with the Spinazzola on the left side.
Yeah, it was interesting. He switched them this week. It was interesting that he made that call.
The guy from Roma, he was Spinazzola. Usually on Roma team is Spinazzola, Mkhitaryan, what's his name?
Yeah, Mkhitaryan.
But Mkhitaryan didn't know nothing. Yeah. Spinazzola did this.
Well, the only thing and I agree with that, I think McKennie could track better with Spinazzola. The only thing I can think about is maybe he thought Chiesa would be able to press Spinazzola more in defense.
Chiesa he didn't mark right. He gave him too much space.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Spinazzola was free all the time.
Well, that's the thing with Spinazzola. He gets free. Listen, that's why I loved him. He gets free all the time. He's not great in the final pass, right? If he was Spinazzola, if he was like Gosens in the final pass, he'd be amazing, right? He gets the positions 10 times a game.
Gosen is famous because he scored, not that much for the pass.
Well, both, right? I mean,
he scored. He scored more.
Listen, one thing that I did I've known this, but how much of a difference is this team when Cuadrado plays? He needs to play every game. Every single game he needs to play.
And that's everybody noticed that.
Yeah.
It's very easy to see.
When I say, remember when we lost to Inter Milano 2-0? Who wasn't playing there?
Yeah, there was no Cuadrado.
Elite. A lot of people, they weren't play. They're not to count the ball.
I would say I was a little encouraged by Rabiot this game. He seemed like he was waking up a little bit again, at least. Not to the point where he was playing great, but at least he was moving a little better.
I think I texted you guys. I said he really doesn't know how good he can be. He's huge, he's fast, he's got skill. He needs to put it together.
The fact is, he don't use this right foot at all. If he would use his right foot some little bit, it would be great.
Yeah, but not only that, he actually tracked back defensively and tried to win some balls. He put an effort in.
Now, going back to tomorrow game, Coppa Italia, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have the same problem with Hakim.
Yeah.
It's going to be Chiesa or will be McKennie in there to open the ladder.
I think you put McKennie over there.
I don't know. But if you put Chiesa, you better tell him, watch this guy.
But hold on, time out. Remember a few weeks ago when Juventus and Milan played and Chiesa was on the side with Hernandez and Hernandez did absolutely nothing?
He did a great game that time.
Okay, so why can't he do that versus Hakimi?
Because it's on the left.
Also, to me, Hakimi's scarier than Theo Hernandez. He's a better player, so it's harder.
I think the concept is there, though. He wants someone because Chiesa is faster than McKennie, right? Just foot race, he is. So I think he wanted to match the speed foot for foot with Spinazzola and maybe with a Hakimi. But the thing is, if
he should have been closer to Spinazzola than Chiesa. No, give a lot of
right. That's the thing. For Chiesa to be effective, he's got to be closer to him in the marking and then be able to attack to bring the guy on defense, right? But if you give him space, then you're better off going with somebody with McKennie who's better on defensive side.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Ted Lasso. Great show.
We have Juventus, we have Ronaldo. He likes to play from the left to the inside, right? So on the Hakim screener side, we're going to have Ronaldo. He can take care of the screener, right? Even though
Ronaldo's not taking care of anybody. He's not
even
helping any
though he doesn't
defense.
come back too much, but screener he can buy the screener. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But the question is Hakim. Who's going to watch Hakim? Because to watch Hakim, you have to pay attention to this guy. You have to stay close to this guy.
To me, Juventus wins the game with a couple of matchups, right? If Chiellini beats Lukaku, if whoever plays in the midfield beats Barella,
Chiellini's not going to play. The guy didn't play for so long, and you want him to play 2 games in 2 days? It's not happening.
The middle, which they're good too.
Yeah.
well, you know what? That's a drop off, though, right? But like to me, if Chiellini played, that would be one advantage for Juventus. And then whoever's in the midfield next to Barella has got to also control him, McKennie or whatever. It can't let them, get him too involved.
Like to play on the right side, right? There, it should be Rabiot to take care of him.
It's easier said than done. We'll get to that a little later. The Italian Cup, we'll get into more detail about that. Just talking about it, but just to go back on this game to finish it up. For Roma, other things that what you're hearing is Dzeko is like patching things up with Fonseca, so he should be seeing the field a little bit more, which is good for them. He's a leader. He's strong up front. But they, like I said before, Pellegrini was the big miss for them. And
no, I don't believe it. No, the Pellegrini he will play, but will not do too much against you.
He would have did more than Cristante.
Cristante is not bad though. Remember how he wasn't on the lawn.
Someone missed him at Roma. Who didn't play with us?
Who? Smalling and
Smalling
Pellegrini
sucks.
were the only 2
Smalling's
players that didn't
good.
play. And Dzeko.
I mean, midfield.
Dzeko.
McKenn, Bentancur.
Yeah. Okay.
So Bentancur equal Pellegrini.
Bentancur turns the ball over 1,000 times a game lately. He's not exactly.
He wasn't the factor.
Just saying, he helps. He helps their team. Do we have anything else to say on this?
I'll just add. This is why I think a couple shows ago you guys said, "Oh, there's 6 teams that could win Serie A," and I think I said, "No, there's 3 or 4."
We were discussing 6 teams that could make top 4. We weren't discussing 6 teams that could win it.
Okay. Well, that was the conversation we were discussing who could win it, and I said Milan, Inter, Juventus, right? Because Rome, this is what you get from Rome. They play a good game, and they play like this.
You know what I like? All the the media, and they put Inter Milano. They not they say Juventus. They don't even consider.
Oh,
I think it's going to win the championship this year.
well,
You know why? I tell you why. Because we're on the second return, right? They never play us. Milan, Inter, they didn't play with us yet. They didn't play with Roma.
Yeah, the whole second half is up to grabs for sure.
If we win Naples, the game with the Naples, we had 4 points. 3 points. What?
Yeah, the game in hand is
3 points from Milan. 3, which is 1 game.
okay. Yeah, I don't know. The one other thing that I'll point out, again, Pirlo not subbing quick enough, always waiting for the 70th minute. I don't know if we're going to talk about the Verona game, probably not, but they played terrible this week, and he made 3 subs at halftime. He was like, "Screw this, we're doing it, we're changing it up," and he did it right away. I think Pirlo needs to be quicker with that.
Especially when you have 5 subs and you have the amount of depth that they have. Yeah, we've talked about that. It's something maybe hopefully he learns, but 70, 75 minutes is way too long when you have 5 subs to use. And you have players who legit don't play well, use your bench. Anyway, I want to move on to the next game. We talked about this game a long time. Dom, what do you want to go to next?
Brian also agreed Smalling is having a terrible year.
Yes. Yeah, Smalling has played really bad. He played great last year. This year he's awful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do Genoa Napoli. I don't care. This is the upset of the week right here.
which I called, I believe.
You did call.
Producer, maybe you could put my prediction. I got one right. Let's recap that, shall we?
Oh, what are we talking about?
Genoa Napoli.
Genoa, Napoli.
Genoa's
Genoa,
been
Napoli.
playing good.
Napoli is
Napoli's
down, and it's
hasn't really impressed lately.
plus next week.
I'm going to say two. I'm going to say 2-1
Miss
Genoa.
Colby and
Jesus Christ.
Manolas. They're in trouble.
You just talked over that whole thing.
You may.
Well, was it even playing? I didn't see it.
It was. Yeah. But no, Daddy's right. Or Perillo's right. Sorry. Manolas is hurt 3 weeks. And if you're going to replace him with Musacchio, Jesus Christ, you're in trouble.
Oh, con Musacchio. Non c'è Musacchio.
Musacchio's on Lazio.
Or not, sorry. Who are they replacing him with?
They got Maximovic. They don't have depth there.
Yeah,
they're going to put De Lorenzo stopper. What are you doing, De Lorenzo?
They're in trouble.
They're in trouble.
Yeah, so no Koulibaly.
The midfield does not play well.
Yes, I agree. But listen, no Koulibaly because of COVID, and now you have no Manolas. They're hurting, obviously.
That's true. Doesn't matter. In fact, for the final Juventus Atalanta, hey, Coppa Italia.
Yeah.
What happened?
I would agree with that too.
I'm hoping.
Atalanta is going to win. They put the same risk. They never could have been Manolas.
Yeah. The big question with Napoli is how quickly do you guys see Gattuso getting fired this week? They lose to Atalanta, he gets fired.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I see that.
I see him getting fired very quickly.
They have Atalanta. They gave already 1 week. Atalanta, Juventus.
Yeah.
He has to do good in those 2 games.
I feel bad for him. That sucks. Like he's done a good job.
Because Gattuso is good.
Yeah, he's okay. He's like Conte. He's all right. He's limited.
Gattuso is good, better than Conte. Listen to me.
Well, yeah, big deal. But
Gattuso see the game. You know, he can change the people too.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Gattuso, more than any other coach, like every coach gets too much blame and too much credit. For Gattuso, he gets way too much blame for everything that goes on.
No, but he deserves the credit.
He does. I think he did well when he came in last year to take the team and get him back on track. But when things were going bad in Milan, he got too much of the blame.
Well, okay. So you're teeing me up, though. You're teeing me up is why I think he's limited, right, as a coach, because any coach that goes in and has a great effect, right, when he first comes in by the energy he brings in, which is what Gattuso does, by like the drive, right, the motivation, and the team picks up. But then when you can fast forward or predict 12 months later they're going to be going down and the team's going to be losing that, and all of a sudden it falls, is that a good coach? Like you can't just ride it out for 6 months and then have the team fall.
We have to think about Gattuso. We have to say what he had. Napoli had a lot of injured this year.
Yeah,
lots.
Yeah, but that's your job, right? That's your job as a coach to make up for the injuries.
No, you cannot put the titolare con reserve.
But even in our comments, Brian saying that Gattuso changed formation 3 times in 3 matches. They don't have the experience to switch formation. That is true, but also because of the injuries and because of all that, like he's kind of forced his hand to do that.
I think we had the same.
A $70 million man. He's played like 5 games this season.
Yeah, we had the same debate though, right? When Atalanta, you guys made the excuse because they were missing 4 players. When Juventus was missing players and we lost. Okay, fine. Any coach can win when they have all their players, right? Like, show me if you want me to give you praise. Show me when your team plays well when you don't have all your players.
Yeah, but like, if you go back, Juventus in the beginning, they lose a lot of points because even they have a lot of people out.
That's what I mean. So I blame Pirlo. Well, Pirlo was new, right? But like
they lost all those points.
Yeah, but my point is, look at Juventus, right? We always say they have 2 teams, right? They have all these players.
Yeah, I don't think they didn't have 2 teams. They had the number, but the available they were about 15, 16. Come on.
Still, but I'm saying over the course of a season with this schedule, with COVID playing every 2 or 3 days, like it's going to happen to every team, right? People are going to be disqualified. They're going to be injured. If you want to be a better coach, right? They're all good coaches. If you want to be a top coach, win with whoever you have available. Don't say, "Oh, well, I was missing 4 guys, so I lost."
No, the excuse are good, but you have to give it the attenuant, that they don't have a player. You see that the guy, for example, from Napoli, the Olsen, what's his name?
Osimhen. Yeah.
Osimhen.
In the beginning, he started like he was a great player. He would have scored every way. Then he got injured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Mertens is not last year.
No.
Mertens didn't do nothing.
And Petagna is not that great. We know this. I'm
The
not
only
saying.
guy that's play, it's Insigne and Politano when they put in.
Okay, so let me ask you a question then. We have Ronaldo, right? Juventus has Ronaldo. If Ronaldo gets injured for 2 months, the end of the season,
We check
Does
out
Pir-
the Paula Morata.
okay, does Pirlo get a pass then for not winning the Champions League? Or let's say he lost.
I think we
Okay.
don't have no excuse. No excuse if Ronaldo's not there.
Well, okay, so
He looks
why does he
like
get one for Osimhen?
Ronaldo.
There's also
Now
a
you
huge.
see, there is another thing with Juventus. Ronaldo is whoever is good, right? Ronaldo's good, but I think we should try a team without Ronaldo.
They
Agreed.
tried that. It's
Agreed,
been
but I
hurt.
was
He's
using
been
I
out.
was u- I was using an example for Napoli, right? Like, why does he get? I guess Osimhen's a great player, but why do you get?
Ronaldo? It's not Ronaldo.
No, he's not Ronaldo, right? So why does he get an excuse when he's out then?
No, but he is a record signing for them, and they don't spend nearly as much money as Juventus, so you have to cut them a little break with that. Like they've been hit hard with all that stuff. I want to talk about the actual game though, because I don't think we're doing it justice.
Okay.
Genoa played really, really well. They're on fire right now. Pandev, Destro is the one who's taken all the highlights, and he should have won Player of the Month. He got robbed.
Yeah, but Pandev, the first goal is now Napoli gave it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, for sure.
He gave
Totally.
it to
But it was still a good finish.
Yeah, it's good finish. You could have scored too.
Maybe not. It was a good play. Give him
They
credit.
gave the ball to him.
Yeah, that's true.
They did give him the ball, but you guys are making it sound like Napoli even played terribly. I don't think they played terribly.
No, Napoli had a lot of chances.
He played
They did.
better than Napoli.
Napoli had 26 shots. They had 2/3 possession. Perin played really, really well. I know a lot of Napoli shots were from the outside and like little,
But you used to say Genoa did the great game.
Yeah, they won. They won 2-1. That's not a good game.
Great game.
Yeah, but it's true. It's true what he's saying. And really, Napoli had more chances, right?
Yeah,
but
they just
they still got the win, and Perin played
Well,
awesome.
They got the result. Yeah.
The first goal they gave it to him.
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah. Maybe one goal changed the game. It's a moment.
so it's not Genoa's fault. Would you want to miss it on purpose?
what was the expected goals? I don't know what the expected goals was on this one. That's a good question, Pon.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Ronaldo is like Tom Brady. Yeah, he's got that feel to him. Just a winner, and just that's what he is, and he just makes teams better.
Did you see the American media? They put Messi better than Ronaldo. Ronaldo won more championships. They compare Brady with Messi. And no Brady with Ronaldo.
People are always having those stupid.
They should know about soccer in the American media. Come on.
Well, Brian compared Ronaldo to Tom Brady, so kudos to him.
Yeah, and he's right about Napoli with no leader, especially when Insigne is not playing. They really have no leader. So that's true. So
okay, so that's another criticism of Gattuso then potentially, right? You have Insigne, you have people out. Isn't there got to be someone set up there, Manola, someone to take that role on the field?
Yeah, Koulibaly, and he wasn't in either. Like, what do you want from the guy? Like, he doesn't have players. What do you want? Like, you gotta cut the guy to a break. Anyway, he's gonna get fired, and he doesn't deserve it. Probably. That's the point I'm making.
I don't think he deserves to get fired either. But I'm saying, well, let's call it for what he is.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything specific to say about this game in particular? Yeah, I know I watched it. I don't know if you guys even watched the game. Perin played well. Strootman even coming back to Serie A, has played decent. And I wasn't expecting anything out of Strootman when they signed him. He's old and injury prone, but he's played decent. Other than that, it was.
Did you see Portanova?
Yeah.
Portanova, yeah,
He
he gave the second. Yeah, Portanova, the first ball he touched, gave the ball to the other team. Yeah.
Good
Wow.
pass to Politano.
My question is, where's Pellegrini? Where's your boy that everyone said we expect him? Is he hurt or what?
No, Pellegrini just rots on the bench in Genoa. He could do the same thing at Juventus, but he never plays for Genoa. It's upsetting.
Oh, if you talk about Pellegrini, right? Juventus, we did the switch Spinazzola Pellegrini. Spinazzola is doing great. Hey, Pellegrini, what is doing with us?
Yep, and you're stuck with Alexandro. They should have sold 3 years ago.
Oh, thank you. That's what I said for the last 3 seasons.
All right, Dom, let's move on to the next one.
They also got money.
He got stuck.
Oh, Dom, his screen's stuck. You might have to fix that for him. This was the Friday game, Fiorentina versus Inter. The question I have for you on this game, guys, is Barella the best Italian midfielder in the world?
Yes. No.
Yep, he is.
Best
Right?
Italian midfielder?
Yeah, the best Italian midfielder. He is, right? I don't think there's a question now.
He's a little bit better than McKenna.
I think he's a lot better than McKennie.
McKennie's American.
It's better than McKenna.
But I'm saying the best Italian midfielder.
No.
The best Italian midfielder right now? Probably yes.
So yeah, he's better than Verratti. He's better than all these guys, right?
Yeah, he's better than Verratti.
You know what I don't understand? McKenna, everybody saw he's good. But still I don't understand. I still don't understand how Pirlo utilize him.
Oh, I don't know. We're not even talking about it.
No,
We're not talking about Juventus. We're talking about Inter.
no, but we compare McKenna and Barella.
We're not.
Yeah, I wasn't. I said.
Well, to go back and forth, you think McKenna is utilized good?
No.
I don't know. Sometimes to me, it looks like McKenna does whatever he wants.
I didn't mention McKennie at all. All I'm saying is that Barella is the best Italian midfielder. There's no better midfielder that plays for Italy than Barella. I don't think you can question that now.
No, I don't.
He is
right now I think he's the
offensively,
best
defensively, he's the full package. He's strong. He's a leader. He whines a little bit too much for me. When he gets fouled, that stuff, whatever.
The ref will forgive him a lot.
Yeah, but he can shoot from outside. His passing's ridiculous. He's tough on the ball. There's no one better than him in the league. I think best midfielder in the league and the best Italian midfielder.
I agree.
Do you guys have other takeaways from this game? Dragowski's my other takeaway. Dragowski's really good, and he's underrated.
We're going to talk to Fiorentina Inter.
Yeah.
Fiorentina suck. Plus, I don't know. Castroville, what's his name? The forward, what's his name?
Vlahovic.
Oh, no.
Ribery,
he didn't play because he is injured.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Castroville lose because the team suck. He suck too. You know the guy that they bought from Verona. What's his name?
Amrabat.
Yeah, he in Verona was playing better.
Yeah, he played better on Verona.
He didn't play at all.
Yeah,
it's
like
coaching.
He fell on his legs. You know what I mean?
It's coaching.
He's not strong at all.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dragowski, we called Dragowski how many years ago? We said he was awesome.
No. We saw him 2-3 years ago, and we said he's going to be great. And he had some great saves in that game. It could have been way more than 2 goals. Dragowski, the Fiorentina goalie, is very good.
It's okay.
He's good.
to me, it's hard to take any takeaways from this game because Fiorentina has been so bad all year.
Why Caceres didn't play?
Because he's 45 years old and can't play every game. What do you want?
Yeah, but if you give a Caceres, you don't play with Caceres, who you play?
Well, I think they're kind of realized that their season's a little bit lost also, and they want to see what Igor has. They want to see what Corta Martinez has. They got to see what these other players can do because they got to make some moves next year because this clearly isn't working for Fiorentina.
And nothing's been working, so why not mix it up? You have players on the team.
They have players that when you collect it individually, you think they're better than they are, and then you put them together and they actually get worse. It's
Dude,
the opposite of what it. It's like what a team should not do. Not that they have great champions, but you put them together and you're just like, no one plays well.
They have a lot of talent and a lot of players that other teams would want some of these players for sure. And they just, for whatever reason, and I think it's the coaching, but for whatever reason, it doesn't match.
Be. Yeah.
Yes.
What about Vidal? Vidal sucked too, huh?
Vidal's been such a disappointment. I mean, when they made that move
all year round, huh?
He's been crying too. I heard a quote. He said, "Oh, everybody
bit him.
The first sub is always him," and he goes, "Why is it always me?" or some quote in the paper. It's always Vidal.
Brian made a good point about Barella too. He's definitely got Grinta, and I agree. I hope Tonali rebounds 3 years from now and he's better and he's not a total, on the path he's on right now. Because I think Tonali's on yellow. I think those are the guys that will probably join Barella in the midfield in the coming years for Italy.
Tonali's down.
He's very down now. Yeah, now you couldn't get $12 for him, but I gotta imagine he's better. He's better than this.
$12.
He liked that one.
I'll trade you Bonucci for him straight up.
Yeah, that's for sure. $12 too.
Yeah.
Bonucci $12 for.
Inter's been playing stronger on defense, haven't let up a goal in 4 games.
Skriniar mi sta sorprendendo. Prima pareva Dol Kellini running.
That's a good.
No, he's getting better. He looked like he got shit.
He's got a little better.
Good question in chat. Which midfield is better in 5 years, U.S. or Italy? I mean, I'd still say Italy, but U.S. man. They're
Yes.
They're pulling talent, man. They have.
So U.S. is gonna be McKinney, Reina,
Pulisic
if you count him as a midfielder.
The English guy, and then
Adams, they have.
Tyler Adams, yeah.
Dude, they have players, man.
U.S. could be. I'm telling you, U.S. could be decent in 5 years.
Here's what they need. They need a coach you've heard of. Who is their coach right now?
Well, here's what's going to happen. They're going to go to the World Cup in 2022. They're going to do okay. They'll fire Berhalter. Hopefully, they'll get someone good in 2026.
Isn't it? Right now,
Berhalter.
Where he come from?
He's from MLS. That's where he came from.
Come on, didn't make bread. Didn't I have some coach MLS? You have to get someone from Europe.
They tried that with Klinsmann, and that didn't work out.
Yeah,
Klinsmann
but he was overvalued. Klinsmann.
You coach Klinsmann.
He had one good run with Germany in the World Cup home.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
That and the talent then is a lot different than now. They have way more talent in this team. The talent now is U.S.
Yeah. No. U.S. And this is 2026.
U.S. Yes, you should get someone like Sarri.
No, you know who they should get? They should get the old Dutch coach, Hiddink. Because Hiddink takes horrible teams, makes them run and play great. If you put them with the young Americans, they'll go to the semifinals in 26.
So
he brings European style.
Yeah.
He don't bring American style.
So the good thing is, and we're going a little off track here, but the good thing is that job is going to be very attractive after this next World Cup.
Yeah, I agree. I think they can get somebody who actually wants to have a challenge, but also like the opportunity is there where you can bring success there, and you will go down as a freaking legend if you bring them anywhere close to a World Cup semifinal.
Well, in 26, aren't they sharing it between Mexico, Canada, and the U.S.?
I don't know. I can't think that far line. I can't think a week from now. You want me to take
Parola, you got a fan, Parola. Just to give you a heads up.
Why?
True says he's only here for you, which I agree. Me too.
Yeah, U.S. is a partial host, I guess.
Yeah, see, Pon said U.S. host, so.
Yeah, so that is a very enticing job in 6 years.
If U.S. is ever going to make a run to the semifinals, possibly the finals, it's probably going to be 2026 for any given.
It's a long time away, but like it's like exciting. I think like this is the first time I look forward to like seeing them play.
Listen, if you pop up, not that I want to talk about this any longer, but if you pop up in every league, every major league, there are U.S. players making headlines in every single major league, and that never happened in Europe. So it's happening. It's just taking a lot longer than anyone ever thought it would take. Dom, let's go to another game. I don't know which ones we have left.
God. This game pissed me off so much.
Go ahead, Frank.
This game, Atalanta Torino. So I start watching this game like 10 minutes or 15 minutes late. So I have to basically rewind to see the 3 goals.
A point from
horrible. This is a horrible result. This is a 3-0. And of all teams, Torino, which yes, they're playing better now, but come on, to give up this result.
They for Torino, they brought up the heart. The old heart from Torino. But why? What team that win 3-0?
Yeah, it's horrible results. Horrible results all around. Those are points that haunt you at the end of the season when you miss the Champions League, right? You can look back at a 3-0 game that you choked away. I expect more from Gasperini. I just do.
This guy, Ruggeri, what did they got him?
He sucks.
He's 18 years old.
What?
He's 18 years old. Give him a break.
So why they can believe him wrong?
Yeah, but he's not ready to play, right?
He's not ready to play.
He's not.
Okay.
He cost them the other game that had 4 people missing, and he's just not good. Not yet.
I mean, I think Palomino cost them more in this game. He played terribly. And it was interesting to see Gosens play on the right side. They switched him over to get Ruggieri in the lineup. Like, that's how thin they are, I guess.
They're playing the right side, of course.
Gosens started the game on the right side.
That's a big mistake. Come on. That's a mistake. You have one guy who's the number 1 person in his position.
You put on the right side.
In all of Europe, probably, not even just Italy. And you put him on the right side. I mean, that's taking advantage of he can play anywhere. Yeah, that's the equivalent of like the Mets moving Ray Ordonez off shortstop to put Matsui in, or come on.
And Gasperini, I believe his comments were, we're playing for the Italian Cup. Like we are saving ourselves in this game I think they were thinking ahead to the game against Napoli.
And a coach can never do that.
With this game, Gasperini was the first place.
But they clearly were. Like, Zapata didn't start. He's just, he plays every game. So they're clearly preparing for other stuff.
He said he was.
This is something that I called out early in the season, right? It was clear early in the season when Atalanta was dropping points in Serie A that they were trying to manage Champions League and the other tournaments. So they were not taking advantage of the games, and they were leaving points on table. As a coach, you can only look advantage at the game you're playing that day. You can't let your team go, oh, this one's not that important. We're going to worry about the next one. Like, you cannot
I don't think
say
he straight up said, hey, who gives a shit about this game? But you have to manage the team. It's a lot harder.
You don't think they realize it? You don't think they realize by what you do?
Yeah, you put that thought in the players' heads, and they're going to feed off that. So it was a bad move by him. Even if he was thinking that himself, you never say that out loud to anyone.
Yeah,
No matter what Rosa you have, the best coach is the one who put the best team on the field.
Why are we looking at his washing machine right now?
Especially when you have 5 substitutes. You have the best team.
Yeah. But that's a terrible loss. How many teams do you see have a 3-goal lead and not win the game? Like, I don't see that ever in the Italian league, and it happened to them. And 2 goals, being up 3 goals and letting 2 goals before the half at the end really quickly. Awful. That's terrible.
No, it was really bad.
Daniel, there was a game in Championship, Milan, Arsenal, I think. Milan came back 4-3.
Yeah, but I mean, it happens. I'm just saying it doesn't happen a lot, especially to Torino, who suck. I can see that happen to Milan and Arsenal, like 2 good teams. Torino is not good.
Give them credit. They pulled back and they got the point. They need that.
For sure, every point.
That's a bad loss. Yeah, bad loss for Atalanta, and you know what? They don't have that luxury because they haven't. So my point is to Gasperini, right? You're looking ahead. So what happens? Let's say you don't pass, you don't go to the final of Coppa Italia. Let's say you do, and then you lose the final, right? And then you don't qualify for Champions League, right? So what'd you do? You just went back from a team that had all this stuff going for it back to like a middle of the pack team losing all this revenue. And now and your cycle, by the way, may end, right? If he doesn't win Coppa Italia, they don't qualify for the Champions League, and they have a couple more games like this, Gasperini might get fired too.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I don't see him getting fired.
Come on. They wanted to make him the new, who was that guy? Ferguson.
Gasparini's
Go
good.
coach the U.S.
You know, they
Go
should stay
coach the US.
forever.
Hey, Gasparini would do good
Why
with the
you
U.S.
don't
national
have
team.
to make a mistake to put Ruggeri? Come on.
Shout out to Papu Gomez, who scored for Sevilla in his first game over there, and he scored a beautiful goal.
Well, it was nice. It was deflected, though.
Whatever.
Okay.
It's a goal.
Also, as we're talking about Atalanta and Papu Gomez and Gasparini, doesn't Gasparini take blame with what happened with Papu Gomez? I don't know what happened, but
it's the same thing that happened with Castagna. He got to play with him too, and he left. And
Castagna, they want to sell. They made some money.
Yes, but he also got in arguments with Gasparini, so that was part of the reason why he wanted to leave.
In this case, well, the team, the soldier has to stay with the Gasparini, with the coach.
Yeah, of course.
You can't stay with the player. Come on.
Listen, of course. But my point is,
as a player, I want to play for Gasparini because I know I'm going to get better and my value is going to go up and I'm going to get paid. So I would want to stay.
Agreed, but your job is also to keep the team together, right? And why? So, I don't know if these guys were total jerks. Papa Gomez was there for a lifetime, so I doubt he turned into a jerk.
All the players, they send him a fuck you.
Good question in chat. Hey, be quiet, you. Good question in chat. Who do you guys think is the best coach in Serie A right now?
Let Parola go first.
Okay.
Let me think.
All right, fine, Frank, go.
The best coach. I don't see no one.
I think Gasparini.
I don't see no. Gasparini lost with the Ruggeri stuff.
Yeah, but look at all the mistakes every other coach makes.
No.
So that's my vote. I still think Gasparini.
If you look about that Zerbic lost too. It's been what? His game and they lose.
Yes, Sassuolo dropped, but he's there.
Italiano, he win once in a while. But if you have to compare the team they have.
Okay, so who's your pick? Who's your pick for best coach in the league?
Let me think. All
right, then let Chris go.
I would. It's either Gasparini.
Pioli, because I go behind. I go last year, if you remember, the last 6 months they want to throw him out.
Yeah.
And he brought Milan back, and now they have a nice team.
I think that's a good selection.
A lot of young players.
Let's remember he couldn't do anything in Fiorentina, but Gasparini for me or Inzaghi.
You talk about now. You don't talk about 4 years.
I'm saying for me it's either Gasparini or Inzaghi.
Mine is Juric. I think Juric is the best coach in the league.
Who?
Yeah.
Juric on Hellas Verona is the best coach.
From Verona?
Or Ranieri. I love Ranieri too. I would think
Ranieri
is my coach any day of the week.
Hey, Daniel, Ranieri played against me. I played.
You played against him?
Yeah.
He probably kicked your ass.
No, friendly game. The Catanzaro was in Serie A. We were in 44 Serie.
Yeah.
I wanted to play friendly,
Did you break his leg?
No. There was a midfielder, right, for Catanzaro. It was at that time, it was in the Reserva.
Mm-hmm.
He was a big guy. Oh, he was killing me. It was very tough, so when you go like you do, Frank, when you were nei peri. No, I say, you kill us. You have the ball all the time, and now you try to break my legs too. Mama fuck
Well, how did Ranieri play that game? Did he play well?
No, because he was playing Serie A again.
Oh, okay.
With Catanzaro.
Daddy was filling up the
Ranieri is my age. You get to clear.
Oh boy. All right, let's get back on track. So we were talking about the coaches.
After this, I was a good player.
De Zerbi's a good pick. I mean, he's definitely got potential. He was the hot name at the beginning of the season.
I go from there. When you talk to me and say who's the best coach, that's why I don't see nobody. Conte is overvalued.
Well, listen, I don't think any of us are picking him.
Fearless new. I don't think it's like even in Zidane, they have a team. To these people, tell them to coach a team like I used to coach you guys.
Yeah, we were scrubs.
I think.
All right, let's go to the next thing.
Yeah.
I remember when we used to get 10 goals, Frank, our team. In
Yeah, good times.
in the return,
Okay.
the return, they used to say, but this is not the team we were meant to be.
Clearly, it was because of your coaching. Let's move on to Milan versus Crotone, 4-0. This game, really, the second half was just. Zlatan scored in the first half.
Hi, Alex. I want to say hi, Alex.
You just did.
You just said hi to her.
You hear me?
Yes. Second
Yes, you've
half
been on
was
the
all
show the whole
Milan.
time.
You're right there, like I used to.
They put in Çalhanoğlu in the second half, and he made a difference, and they just kept scoring goals. This game was pretty one-sided. There was really nothing special to it. Crotone is going down, like we said.
Brian, you're right.
Yeah. So, did you guys watch any of this game? I mean, probably not, right? Because there was such a crappy matchup.
No, I got nothing to say on this one.
Okay. Well, they kept pace, and they're in the lead. That's the most. Zlatan 500 goals, 501 goals. Dom, do we have any more games? All right, yeah, quickly, let's run down the rest of the week. So you have Spezia, Sassuolo, another upset over there. Sassuolo is still on their downward turn, right?
Spezia's though. I thought they would tie.
Really quickly, you do have to shout out. They did lose, but their goal was pretty beautiful. That was typical. That's what they want to do.
It was a good goal. It was
Chris got so mad because he was like, beautiful goal, Caputo. And I was like, yeah, but that pass out of the back was kind of lucky. The midfielder almost intercepted it. But it was a nice play.
If you haven't seen it, go to the highlights, check out the goal for this game.
Relax, man. Relax. They lost. All right.
Hey, really quickly, have you seen Juventus do that all season?
Like once, probably. Okay. Italiano, the coach for Spezia, another good coach. 2-1 win for them. That's a big 3 points for them.
Hey, guys, 1 second. Today, I think we beat the records for the people that watch us.
We did. We did, and Brian said he wants whatever you're drinking because you're on fire tonight. Let's keep going. Benevento, Samp, 1-1 draw.
I hate Paolana,
Let's keep going. Udinese, another upset. To me, this is an upset. 2-0 win over Hellas Verona.
Hey, putana.
I can't.
He put his glasses on.
Okay, do not put the glasses on and then read the Italian curses. Read them to yourself.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
So 2-0 Hellas Verona lost. They gave away some really cheap goals also at the to let Udinese win, and Udinese didn't even have DePaul. He was suspended, so good win for them. Bologna, Musa Barrow, 2 goals, 3-0 over Parma. Parma sucks, but Bologna played well. Give him credit for that. And then Lazio, the other big game, I guess you consider, beat 1-0 over Cagliari.
Remember last week when you put the team that got down in Serie B?
Yeah.
I put the second one too already. I agree with, I think Daniel say Parma, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're going to look at the standings right now.
Parma, yeah.
Parma
doesn't sound good. Doesn't look.
Well, they bought a lot of people in the January window.
With the one guy they sold Kulovaescu, come cazzo chiamo, no?
Kulusevski.
Okay.
They bought a lot of people and they're going to Serie B.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think they're staying up.
It's a better glory. It's not glory, right? So they better kept Kulovaescu.
I think they have a new vision, Parma, with the new owner. They're going to have to change a lot of things. So they might have to go down for a year or two before they really start, coming back up and doing well. They have an owner who's invested and who's interested.
Hey, Brian, a question for you too. You think other American, they're going to get La Spezia?
What
Some America, they intention to get La Spezia.
Oh yeah, to buy Spezia. Yeah.
Oh, they're trying to buy Spezia?
Yeah.
Who is that? Who are they?
I don't know. I don't know their names, but they're
I don't know. It's not me, though. I wish
they're rumored. We were gonna buy it for you for your birthday, but we couldn't come up with the money.
I'll still, next year.
Yeah.
What?
We were gonna buy you Spezia.
Hey, my God.
All right. The top, we have the top four. You have a flop between Juventus, Roma. Juventus game in hand still, so they can creep up even more. You saw Napoli dip, Lazio go up. The rest were pretty staggered, are all the same, really, on that side. And then on the right side of the table, Udinese, Genoa, Bologna move up. That bottom three, like I said, I think Torino dips into that bottom three by the end of the season, but you'll get Parma and Crotone as the other two. But pretty standard, right? No real surprises from this.
I think Spezia ends up ahead of Fiorentina by the end.
I think maybe. I don't know. I still think Spezia and Benevento, they have a chance to go in Serie B.
I don't think so.
No, I think Spezia is going to end up ahead of Fiorentina.
No, Spezia, at the end, look, at the end, the people that have a player, they stay.
Who's got players? Out of those teams, who has players? Nobody has players. They all suck.
The most players is Torino and Fiorentina. They're the worst ones. If
Yeah.
Atalanta give them a point.
They have a player to go up.
Fiorentina better hope they don't go down because they spent a lot of money, and that's a lot of revenue they're going to lose if they go down. So they better hope they stay up. They need to.
I don't think Camiso could take a relegation. He would be. A lot of things have gone wrong with that team since he bought it. So hopefully, for their sake. And
Commisso, I know it's not like Piazza.
no, he knows what he's doing.
Mike Piazza.
He knows what he's doing, and Fiorentina is a staple in the first division, so you want to see them stay up.
Yeah.
Don, go ahead.
What's really funny? Atalanta, Sassuolo, Hellas Verona, and Sampdoria, we all like their coaches and the teams, and looking, they're all in the bottom half of that first side. It's like, which one of those do you think jumps to the top? Did any of them make a move up?
Look at the spending difference from those four teams in the bottom of the first side to the top six teams.
Who cares? Excuses.
That's a big deal.
That's a huge difference.
Excuses. That's why we like them, right? Because they do more with less.
No, and I'm not mad at any of those teams. I think they're still doing well.
Hey, Napoli, Atalanta is 37 points, but Napoli has a game to play.
Yeah.
But they're gonna lose.
All right, Dom. Let's go to Player of the Weeks real quick. Parola didn't pick a Player of the Week. I didn't ask him for one. But it's funny. We have two Genoa players. Our Player of the Week.
I have Ronaldo.
Ronaldo is a decent choice. Chris, who you got?
Pirin. I mean, I wanted to recognize them because that was a very good win versus Napoli. And he's been good all season, man.
Let me ask you. So I would think I was the only Perrine fan. Maybe Parolo also like Perrine. I'm thinking that our team would be just as good if we replaced Szczesny with Perrine. Maybe even a little better if Perrine got confidence. But that's just me.
Hey, you know that about Perrine and Szczesny? You know what I read today? Remember Neto? Neto might come back.
Yeah.
And how old is Neto now?
To go for the first who play between him and Szczesny.
Yeah, listen, Neto's got chances in other teams. He's got a chance.
They promised to make him, they're not reservable titolare, whatever.
I think Juventus is going to end up with Cranio.
No.
I like it.
I think Inter has a better chance to end up with Cranio.
So who's going to get De Gea?
De Gea?
He's old.
You're playing in England.
I don't want him.
He's old.
No thanks.
I'm good there.
Does Perrine have a chance to make the Italian national team for the tournament this summer?
I don't think.
They got Donnarumma. You think Moret's there? I don't trust Moret.
They got so many goalies.
Or the guy from Verona.
Moret doesn't even play on his own team, so he's not.
Silvestri, Cranio.
name?
I mean, I think Torino's played very, very well, though. I mean, he's done a good job.
He was in the rotation before. I mean, he's got if he goes, he'll be the third. You know,
I tell a goalie. They have a Cagno and the guy from Verona. What's his name?
Silvestri.
Yeah.
One of the two.
they have a lot of goalies. That's one thing Italy always produces is good goalies.
In a Tifosi time, first we have someone picking the same player 2 weeks in a row.
Dominic said before, no.
What?
Buffon, Dom said.
Yeah, Buffon could still go.
Frank again picks Chiellini as his player of the week, keeping with this trend of Juventus players.
Listen, you know why I gave him and we talked about it earlier, right? Like the defense is different when Chiellini's there. It goes beyond the defense.
Who is this? Let's go into.
It's someone from Twitch. He's a friend. Don't worry.
Go ahead. Keep going.
I think it froze, but
like to have a competition.
I think listen, I think Chiellini transforms the defense. I think he gets more out of everybody else that plays around him. Listen, if you can make Bonucci better, you deserve player of the week. You deserve player of the week every week. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Chiellini can make Bonucci better, he deserves player of the week every week. And that's my closing argument.
And I picked Panda, even though Parola shit on him. I think him being 39 years old, scoring 2 goals.
They gave it the call to him.
Okay, he still scored 2 goals. He's almost 40 years old. He played well. I'm giving him my player of the week.
40 years.
I think he's 39 years old. He's old.
He's pretty
Brought
old.
to you by Rogaine.
You know when the Serie A became the tournament of the old people.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Ronaldo, Ibrahimovic, Pandov.
Yeah,
there's a lot of oldies. Chiellini,
Ribery.
oldies, but they're good.
Ribery.
37, 39, whatever. He's old.
Chiellini's not that old. What is he? 36?
37, Chiellini.
37. He's got at least 4 more years in him.
Yeah, don't go
in the MLS, maybe. Dom, let's go to the games.
Okay,
Dom,
real question, because we're not going to be ageist here. Buffon, if he wanted to go play on a team, how many teams in Serie A could he legit start on?
Nobody.
Nobody? Are you nuts?
I don't think if I don't know.
He's better than Szczesny.
I think Buffon could start for a few teams.
Yeah, me too.
If there was nothing to do with age, he could play on every single team.
Honestly, I'd have him over Handanovic. I think Inter would be better with Buffon over
Handanovic is the guy. Is done.
Yeah.
Okay, so Buffon he's just doing the right thing by Juventus. He could play on pretty much every team.
Exactly.
How old's Buffon now? 42?
Play Crotone.
Yeah, he could play for a lot of teams.
He got a lot of teams.
Yeah. Dom, go to the schedule for this week. And then
I think 10 teams is low. Dom. I think he could start for legit 20 plus teams.
No, I think that's a little ridiculous.
But you know what is, guys? If Buffon play with the team, Parma Crotone, you're gonna get 6 goals a game.
Yeah, listen, he'll retire. He'll retire real quick because he's gonna be on the ground a lot. He's gonna be getting hurt. He'll be out of there.
Did you see the defense? The Crotone defense? Come on,
pretty bad. Yeah,
they play just good 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Exactly. They let that second header. He was like wide open. The whole defense went up and left him wide open.
To go like Abramovich, the put in there, 6 players there, nobody was close to him.
Yeah, pretty pathetic.
Oh yeah. So Dom saying that Chris had another prediction correct. I don't remember which Italian Cup game he had. Was it the Juventus game? He picked 2-1. Yeah, he picked that. I didn't make schedules for the. All right, Dom, go ahead, play the clip. Quickly, what's your predictions for the Italian Cup Inter versus Juventus tomorrow?
I would say this first leg, it's going to be Juventus. You take Lukaku out of the game, and they're a totally different team. Oh, you want to score too? Let's say 2-1. Yeah, that was from last week.
We got Nostradamus in in the.
I think my prediction of Genoa was better though.
For sure, I think so too. All right, so let's go to the games this week, and smashed in between this week, you have Juventus, Inter, and you have Napoli, Atalanta for Italian Cup second leg.
So let's pick the Italian Cup games real quick.
Yeah, sure.
And then we'll go to this one. So you want to? Okay.
Yeah. So start with Inter Juventus.
Inter Juventus. Who's going ahead to the final?
1-1.
1-1, which means Juventus moves on.
I was going to say a tie. Juventus moves on.
I'm saying Juventus wins 2-1.
Yeah, I'm saying Juventus wins 2-1 and goes to the final.
The next game is a little trickier. The two teams that aren't playing the best right now, Atalanta, Napoli. I say Atalanta makes it through just because Gasperini really wants this. And I'm going to say 3-1 Atalanta.
Yeah.
Atalanta 4-1.
Atalanta
3-1 Atalanta.
3-2 Atalanta.
Okay, so that means Napoli will be in the finals.
No, it's so we're all predicting Atalanta Juventus.
Yeah, okay.
Which means it'll be Inter Napoli.
Yeah.
All right, so the way we do this every week is we're each going to pick a game, and we're going to pick our choices. So who wants to go first?
There's a few games you have to pick, right? Like Inter Lots. What do you guys got? I'm going to say 2-1 Lots.
1-1.
I agree. I think this one's a draw. I think it's 2-2.
I'm going 2-1 Lots.
Okay. Well, no one ever picks Inter on this podcast. So.
Chat, let us know who you pick.
Yeah.
I'm going to let's pick the Napoli versus Juventus game. Okay. Again, they just played each other a couple of weeks ago. Napoli's on a poor run. I think Gattuso gets fired after this weekend. I'm saying, 2-1 Juventus. Parolo's picking the same thing.
I don't know. Is Bonucci going to play?
I was going to say the same thing. If Chiellini plays, we win 2-0.
Yeah.
If Chiellini doesn't play, it's 2-1 Juventus.
I'm going to say 2-0 in Juventus.
What do you got, Frank? You got to pick one.
He did, didn't he?
No, he gave us two choices, didn't you?
2-1, then. 2-1.
2-1? All right. So I picked a game. Chris picked a game. Frank, you pick a game.
Let's see here. I'm going to go. Oh, there's two that I want to kind of pick. I'm going to go Spezia Milan 1-1.
I am not going to agree with that, even though I love Spezia. I'm going to say 4-1 Milan.
Spezia 1, Milan 0.
Wow, you guys on the Spezia bandwagon.
3-1 Milan.
Brian picked 1-1 tie Juve Napoli. I think that still gets Gattuso fired, honestly. But
we have Pond and
Alexa.
Yeah, 2-1.
2-1. Wow. Okay. The chat's against us. I like it.
I like it.
All right. That's our picks for the week. I think. Listen, this was a fun episode. It was a little crazy with Parola.
This one's going viral. I'm predicting it.
Yeah.
Guys.
He's ready to go to bed.
He's out.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you for talking with us. But guys, like, subscribe, favorite, follow on Twitter, Twitch.
Let's keep the record this week.
Bring friends next week. Bring friends next week.
Share it with people.
Hey, Dominic, how many?
Let's Twitch. Guys, Twitch every night pretty much. We have our football manager. Chris is battling for Champions League in our third season with Sassuolo.
Hey, what is this football manager?
It's a video game. I am about to get fired, so if you want to join in and watch that, you can watch that as well.
Now, what is it if I don't know what I'm talking about?
It's just a game. You won't be interested. All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Yep. Take it easy.
Good night. Good night, guys.